Take a look at natural gas, please. Okay, it's down a fraction this morning, but it's been at a 7-year high in the last couple of days. I want to bring in Senator John Barrasso, Republican from Wyoming. He is a member of the Energy and Natural Resources Committee in the Senate. Inflation in energy hurting your state. Who do you think's at fault, Mr. Senator?
Well, President Biden's policies, of course. Look, Wyoming is an energy powerhouse. So is our country. When Joe Biden became president, he took an axe to American energy, killed the Keystone XL pipeline, put a moratorium on oil and gas leasing on public lands, killed Alaskan energy. And you know what's happening? We're having energy inflation, people filling up at the tank. They're, what, $25 more to fill a tank? If you do that every week, you're talking $1,000 more out of your paycheck. So Biden's taking a hit on this in the polls in terms of energy inflation. So what has the White House done? Astonishingly, Stuart, they have begged OPEC Plus, which includes Saudi Arabia, it includes Russia, to produce more energy and sell it to us. You say, well, how can that be? Where would you find that? Well, the White House put it on their own website last month that they've gone. I don't understand, and I want to know, why is it better to buy energy from Saudi Arabia, from Russia, than it is to produce it here? Why would we ship jobs overseas? Why would we undermine our own energy integrity, our own energy security? Why would we go for a jump in prices? It's astonishing to me, Stuart. Plus, we are much better as a nation if we are selling energy to our friends than if we're buying it from our enemies. And I look at this and say, look, if the Democrats are able to get this reckless $3.5 trillion tax and spending bill through, energy costs are going to continue to go up even higher, and it's going to undermine the stability of our grid.
Could you address the question of why we have nearly 11 million jobs open and people not taking those jobs when we've still got a couple of million people unemployed? Now, it seems like it's not necessarily just these emergency payments that's keeping people at home. There's got to be something else. What do you think is going on?
Well, people are getting back to work in Wyoming, and we need to get people back to work all across the country. There's still help wanted signs up. I was talking to a small business owner yesterday. He told me earlier this year he was running ads 8 weeks in a row. Not a single person responded to the ad. In Wyoming, we stopped those what I call bonus payments of unemployment, where people were making more to not work, to stay at home, than they were to work. We stopped those in June, and in July, what we saw in Wyoming was our unemployment numbers improved, and not just in Casper and Cheyenne, but in all 23 of our counties. So we're heading in the right direction. But my concern is if the Democrats do what they want to do this month, which involves raising taxes, it's going to make the recovery even tougher. Stuart, this is not the time to raise taxes. You know, the question is, how do you solve this problem? And the Democrats think that government is the solution to the problem, and I believe, as Ronald Reagan did, that government is the problem.
Later today, the president outlines the fight against the Delta variant. We're told that he's going to be recommending more mandates for vaccines and masks. Where do you stand on mask and vaccine mandates?
Well, number one, as a doctor,
right,
I've been vaccinated. Vaccines work. We know they work. I would encourage people who haven't been vaccinated to get vaccinated. I'm against the mandates. I don't think we should be telling people what to do. I think we give them information. They make decisions for their own. The American people are smart. They will make the right decision. And as a doctor, as somebody who's taken care of patients for 25 years, my recommendation would be get vaccinated. Use all the proper hygiene efforts. This Delta variant, if you haven't been vaccinated, can be very deadly. Much higher rate of hospitalizations in Wyoming, and I'm talking to the Wyoming Hospital Association a little later today on this specific point. I think 9.8 out of every 10 people in the hospital in Wyoming with coronavirus are people that had not been vaccinated.
Right. So get the jab, but don't be forced to get the jab. Basically, it sounds right. Senator, always a pleasure. Thanks very much for being here today. Appreciate it, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Stuart.